hornbeam key symptoms, in shadow state is weariness, mental exhaustion, either temporary or prolonged, and procrastination. Hornbeam is connected with the soul potential of inner vitality and freshness of mind. The person who is in need of hornbeam feels great weariness and exhaustion, though this is largely in the mind. It's called the Monday morning symptom. See, when he just wakes up in the morning, he's exhausted and feeling that he will be, if he is, will be able to do all the tasks lying ahead for the week. Temporary in the sense, the students, for instance, when a student has been studying for months before an examination, or when a patient has spent a long time in bed, and a person's doing a lot of reading, thinking, and planning, a kind of head heavy weariness leads him to think that he won't be able to do physical activities. The person who needs Hanbin remedy, he lives a standardized life with even leisure and holidays following a set pattern and often seemingly more of a duty. Short-sighted and hard of hearing when the impulses of the higher self are concerned, preferring to settle in the familiar automatic pattern. This deprives him of increasingly of opportunities for developments and everything that really makes life vital and worth living. In wholeness, the hornbeam energy is described as a refreshing cool shower with the energy level equalized again like given a tonic. Hornbeam is recommended in compresses for tired and irritated eyes to strengthen varicose veins. The tonic effect of the energy has proved helpful in drug rehabilitation. It is another of the flower remedy that gives new vigor and strength to limb plants. Uh, we can say that in wholeness, hornbeam persons have lively mind, clear and cool head, and likes variety. The right way to alternate between, they just feel the right way to alternate between activity and passivity is rediscovered. Life is life and work become a pleasure again. One is sure that he or she will be able to master the task ahead, even if they appear to be beyond one's powers. For affirmative statements, we can say, you can always say, I feel awake and fresh. I do whatever gives me pleasure, and whatever I do gives me pleasure.
Hornbeam brings home the message that well begun is half done. From boring linearity to eventfulness and an opening up of myriad opportunities, multiple avenues, and enriching experiences. If you have a long to do list, you don't know where to begin at all, you cannot prioritize, you're totally perplexed where to start. This hornbeam, it leads to a divine sequence where proportionate time is devoted to each and every task involved.
Restlessness to mental freshness, that is you have a lot of work and when to you have a kind of mental dread when to start and how to start, from where to start, which has to be done first and second, and you have given the prioritizing things which is done by Hornbeam.
You look at the Chinese art of making tea, it's such a slow, mindful process. They can make something so routine as making tea, such a routine activity, into a spiritual practice even. Similarly, even our household chores, our daily grind can turn into a spiritual activity too, with willful engagement in living. For example, a friend is visiting you this weekend. How would you cook for a friend who is visiting? You would plan everything neatly, even though there is a lot of work. It wouldn't bother you at all. When you contrast it with cooking for the family, like daily, there's a nagging question daily, like to how to cook and how to get the routine in place. So that is when we really need hornbeam, and then this hornbeam flower, it has shown to have a laxative effect, as in the burden of stools in the body, it is getting released when we take this hornbeam remedy. I have tried this many times and uh, I felt relaxation for this. And then when it comes to rote learning, theoretical subjects, a lot of prose, Even in medical and engineering papers, there are these theoretical papers when you will have to write verbose answers. And even at work, when this paperwork becomes so monotonous, you're doing the same thing out and out again. This hornbeam remedy helps us to get a grasp of the concept that is involved, and we can easily tackle these papers and we can get them cleared. Even it is beneficial for both students and professionals. When there are major events like maybe work inspections, or there's an annual day or a festival, there are a lot of guests at home, or you're shifting your house itself, this event management, in place of an event management, you quickly get sight of the actionables. Do in order to get this done. And this flower is said to be beauty, while the timber, the wood, is said to be having utility. It's an instantly burning wood, instant firewood, like our camphor. It gives instant transformation of energy due to this instant start that it gives. And as we know, this Monday morning symptom, or after a long vacation, or after attending a, a, some recreational activity, to get back into flow or to get back into your ordinary routine, some kind of a nausea is faced, and even lack of appetite, all of those symptoms, even during periods, or the winter season itself, the rainy or cold weather, there is a lag that is felt. You don't feel like getting up for work from bed at all. Even a half an hour task seems like a day's work for you. Not because of the quantum at all, but because of the effort it takes from your end to do the work. To quote from Julian Bernard himself, from the form and function, the two branches of hornbeam, when they touch and cross with each other, they fuse together and grow as one. This symbolizes braided strength and transformation.
Unification of your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual strength, it is. And that is very
Yeah.
important. That is the crossing of the two branches and the leaves, which has got irritability, and which shows that the irritability is not in the sense that you are irritable. It is the condition that I have to fulfill the responsibility of mine. I need a kind of energy. So when you can feel that when you lose energy, or when you are needing of energy, you get irritable.
Yeah, this braided strength can be seen, the strength of man and nature braided together. And then your daily affairs, when dealing with the daily affairs.
Hornbeam is taken, you are not only taken to the nature back, you are taken to the material world in a natural way. So you won't get disturbed in the world, in the mundane daily life. So it gives a refreshing attitude, and at the back of your mind you are very natural, enjoying all the work without any loss of energy. And moreover, you feel that you are limited and the task given is overwhelming. That is not so. You are given a work which you can carry. That is the message of Hornby.
So when dealing with daily affairs, we are certainly facing with a lack of strength and determination. And this it certainly leads to mental weariness and lethargy, as it was mentioned. But this can be beautifully transformed into activeness and purposefulness with Hornbeam. This Hornbeam remedy prods me to say, I'm up for it and I'm ready to do it now. And it can be summarized like this: a mediocre start right now is much better than a great one later. And the sound and light of hornbeam together herald great beginnings.
Those who are often drinking coffee to energize themselves need hornbeam. People who are intaking energetic drink or tonic, or who are taking vitamin tablets, even though they don't have any health issues, need hornbeam. So women who are all doing same work or having same routine every day need hornbeam. And the children feeling exhausted before doing their homeworks or about their project works need hornbeam. The teacher, those who are getting mental tiredness or seeing bundles of exam paper to be corrected need hornbeam. People who are indeed to shifting their home, feeling demotivated and feeling tiredness before starting their works, they need hornbeam. Main reason of the hornbeam needed condition arises because of doing the same thing every day, eat the same food, and go to the same places for vacation every year. Mm, this person who is out of the touch with the impulse of the higher self, turning a deaf ear to its messages and preferring to stay in a familiar routine pattern, even while it is unsatisfactory. So some people who are in the intense study of long periods of time, and some though confinement because of long illness, they also need hornbeam. So in the wholeness, they lift their spirits and have balanced routine and variety, achieve their task without exhaustion.
Is a vitality flower. This flower is like normally people will be dragging always the work, and some people will be like always working in weekdays and always sleeping in the weekends. So same kind of pattern. So that will be like that can be broken with the help of this hornbeam. Even the pattern breaking is also a kind of like, again, it's a pattern. So not using the phones, do not talk with the known people, kind of like we can try. And this is all like that's why the patients are now treated with like first they'll be like clearing their stomach, and then they will be treated with the new food life cycle. They are suggested to have it. And this flower is like uh, can be called as like mental refreshener. In its full tendency, they'll be saying like life is real and life is earnest. I'm endless, my soul is endless. Even the death is also a beginning. That's what they used to feel. And horn beam, so both are referring this sound and light. It's related with our Vishuddhi chakra, and it increases our aura, as well as like people, good orators and all, like they'll have this full tendency. It acts as a energy booster, and it gives like lots of calmness and mental refreshing energy. And normally like it deals with the eyes, ear, throat, mouth related track related, any of the challenges will be like addressed by horn.
Is almost a specific in our mouth throat cancer, and it heals the tracks from the mouth up to the intestine.
This is an instant energy booster. In short, like if you want to say, any work can be done instantly, without thinking that whether I'll be able to do this or not, without any second thought, without any procrastination sloth. So they'll be able to do it immediately.